focused, we're committed. We hold ourselves accountable. We hold those around us accountable, and then we have too many folks who are, who aren't holding each other accountable. We're kind of just like, whatever. And part of the reason why society and families are where they are is because men don't take their rightful place as men. We've decided to allow, women to assume some of the roles that we should assume. You have a single parent home. The women are now assuming the role of the father that the man should be. And that's not how that's designed to work. And so, regardless of whether your dad is in the house, outside the house, you should know that the man is there. And that's a lot of why that contributes to a lot of what's going on in society, because men have not taken their rightful place.
Positive behaviors, being accountable, having some level of leadership. I think those things are really, really big, especially for these young men. A lot of young men, just in general, are growing up in situations where they're not really being taught how to be made accountable for the things that they do. And we all have to account for our actions. Everything that we do that's right and wrong, you got to kind of be held accountable for it. And I think being a role model or model in Bowie High School, you model some of those behaviors. When you do something wrong, you say, hey, I was wrong. When you do something right, be proud of it. And hopefully you'll have some young men around you that can see what you're doing that's right. Let them know that you care about them, but also teach them what you think it means to be a man, as far as having a certain amount of strength, having a certain amount of conviction with what you do, committing to an activity or an action, really giving wholeheartedly to everything you do. I think those are all the things that are necessary for not only Bowie men, but for all men.
I think men make a difference because without the influence of men, or having a man in your life, whether it's your dad or your husband or even just a good friend and a positive male role model, I think you have to have men because it helps develop the individual in a more holistic way. You need to have good examples of males and good examples of females, and that's kind of what completes you and helps you to understand where your place is and things that you need to be held accountable for, like Mr. Holbrook said. And that's how I think men make a difference.
To set a positive example, role models for all these young gentlemen to follow, to let them know the basic things in life, that they don't need to sag their pants, they don't need to talk with cursing, how to have positive interaction with one another, to show these young gentlemen who may not have father figures or positive male role models in their lives that there are some out here, and it gives them that almost father figure that they may not have at home. A lot of these young gentlemen spend more time here at school than they do at home, so we develop these relationships with these gentlemen and pretty much show them the way, show them that it's okay to be yourself, it's okay to show emotions, show feelings, and still be able to achieve.
Men in Bowie to be like role models and just model positive behavior for the young kids in here, the kids coming up. As a person who didn't have that male figure, it's really important, just because we've been where they're at, and some of the things and goals they're trying to achieve, we've achieved. We've been through some of the things they've been through. So I think the young men in the building just need somebody they can relate to, somebody they can talk to, somebody they can model the behavior, or somebody they can look up to.
The past 10 years, it has been my goal to help the young men of Bowie High School realize that they can achieve more than just becoming a basketball player, football player, but yet they can achieve things as becoming a doctor, an engineer, a lawyer, and actually achieve things that are beneficial members of society.